Alright gang, here's the 1930 Indian 4. It's also known as a 401. It's not for sale, so please don't ask. I just got the cylinders back today from the guy that did the cylinders, and I have 8 cylinders. I'm only going to use 4, but I have another engine I'm probably going to try to refurbish with the extra cylinders. So it looks like he did a really nice job for me. It's all honed out, ready to go, and there's the pistons. And if you looked on my previous YouTubes, you'll find the video with the cylinders that were all butchered. All the flanges were butchered off, and he really did a fantastic job bringing these back from the dead. You get what you pay for, and you know, it's a huge big deal in the world of cars and motorcycles to trust who you send your stuff to, because a lot of people will just steal your property, right? And believe me, I know the routine. So I'm at these ones. These are those 12, 13 Harley cylinders that are so hammered, and there's the gas tanks for them. So that's going to be a long-term money project. That's how to stay broke is what I should title this. Yeah. So anyway, there they are. And one thing that's interesting about these kind of cylinders is, I don't know if you can see it. Yep, there it is. You can see that VIN number on that cylinder. So the engine. The 2 engine cases would have that VIN number as well. Each cylinder has that VIN number, and kind of neat. You know, of course, couldn't really do that today because it's just one more thing for the DMV to screw up and you know, try to pursue as trying to identify a vehicle. But back in the day, I think they stopped doing that in 15. Which would be that motorcycle. I believe so. So 14 and earlier, you'd see the VIN number on the cylinders and the engine cases. And that would be really great for me to put this back to a 1913, 1912 motorcycle. It would definitely cost a small fortune to do. But you know, when you're dealing with people building these antique bikes or antique cars, I'd really recommend that you make sure you ask questions of other people that are doing the same thing and see who they recommend and why they recommend them. And, you know, be prepared to spend money. It's this ain't no $1,500 job. This is like silly money. So, you know, be prepared to really cough up some change. And, yeah, this is, I'm not going to sell this bike when I get it done. It's, I got it from a great guy back in New Jersey, and, just a first-class human being, you know, and, he sold that to me back in the 90s, and this is how long it takes when you're, you know, you got 29 motorcycles, 11 cars, houses, dogs, you name it. Shit just takes forever. And but this bike came from a guy named Al Shire. I want to say the last name is spelled Shirer. If you Google him, he was a guy that hoarded motorcycles. I was told that he lived in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And at one point or another, he had some sort of Indian motorcycle dealership, and he would take the wrecks in and deal off the new ones. And but you know what's really weird is in all the photos I've looked for about this guy, I just have the Concrete Foundry photos where it was just filled with motorcycles, like 470 motorcycles. And I never saw any pictures of his new ones that he was selling, so I don't know what the whole story was. But back in the day, you know, 30s, 40s, 20s, 50s, you know, this stuff was like a burned out lawnmower. People just pushed it off to the side of a building and there it rotted away. And yeah, luckily some people enjoyed the hell out of them and decided that they weren't junk. But when you're thinking about old motorcycles and cars, just always remember there was two great wars, World War I, World War II, and they scrapped this kind of stuff. They scrapped early Harleys for the First World War and the Second World War, and scrapped Indians and anything and everything. They were that desperate to build aircraft and tanks, B-17s, B-24s, Sherman tanks, etc., ships. Yeah, so that's why there's so few of these left. For me, it's kind of sad to see them just going to outside of the United States, because this is American history, and yeah, it is world history because they drove them too. But it's sad when this stuff just becomes a money thing and not a drive around the block and have fun and see people smile and enjoy seeing them thing. To me, that's just far more richer. Yeah, life's hard enough, and when you have stuff like this that puts a smile on your face or other people's faces, it's a great thing. But anyway, gang, I just want to show you the very slow progress. The 13, 14, or the 12, 13, 14, they're really 12, 13s. But they'd be the same on a 14. But that project, the next thing is to get the rest of the engine, a frame, and then I can start doing something on that one. But that's, like I said, silly money. But it's slowly coming together. Now I'm going to send the cylinders off to the guy that's done the lower end, and hopefully soon that thing will be fired up and running down the road. But like I said, I do not sell cars or bikes. I'll sell you a Ponton Mercedes, but money comes and goes, and so somebody gives you a big pile of cash, well, it's spent and gone. So why? Just keep it, enjoy it, have fun. But yeah, what a relief. I'm not really a fan of powder coating for motorcycles, but oh well, there it is. Those flanges were some work to weld, and the bases, that's a pain in the ass to weld too. And so there it is. All right, gang, just a quick update on some projects. I need a bigger bear for that motorcycle. That'd look pretty cool, wouldn't it? But truthfully, gang, if you have stuff like this, or you inherited it from somebody, or somebody gave it to you, or you bought it, don't go flipping it for money just to make a couple grand or a couple 10 grand. Go sell something else. This stuff's gone. It's literally gone. Porsche Speedsters, gone. Who spends $250 to $500,000 for a car that back in the 90s was 20, 30 grand? That's just ridiculous. And all this shit's just going through the roof, going to people that don't drive them, people that don't wrench on them. There it is. Oh, and those are Panther tracks, if anybody's asking. Came off a German World War II Panther. I don't think I'm going to build a Panther, but the tracks are pretty cool to have. So, all right, gang, we'll catch you on the next YouTube.